G'day everyone, welcome back to Pete's Investing. Today's May 30, 2023. This is the Bitcoin update. On our weekly, we've got a neutral positioning, and likewise on the daily chart. But notice on the weekly, we're broken up into a more of a slightly bullish area and hasn't proven yet, but we're still in a neutral. And on the daily, it's primarily a downward bearish outlook, but again, still on neutral. I'll go through each of these. On the weekly, again, on the triple moving average 3, 5 and 60, it's broken up slightly into a bullish momentum. And on the CCI 150, the moving average 5 and 50, they're still primarily bearish. So again, our indicator showing a neutral signal primarily on the weekly. On the daily, the same thing happens. It's neutral, but notice our CCI is still declining. And this is causing a bearish divergence on the CCI versus a bullish divergence back here on the price chart. Now that's still playing out, as you can see, based on the decline of the price. It's in this channel, and it's actually broken up and hit this descending trend line as well. The way you would have or executed this divergence, you would have, again, making sure between that range of the divergence and drawing a channel between that range and the lowest bar or the lowest candle in that range. That would have been your area. So when it broke below the channel, that's where you would have gone short, as long as the CCI kept declining, which it did. And your target area would have been the Fibonacci retracement between that low and the highest part of that channel, which was there. So you can see there, the initial target would have been the 23 to the 38% level. So once it broke below, that would have been your first area of a target. You can see there also, it's just broken below the 38% here. And it's just hovering around that 38% and bouncing to the upside. So again, when I do suggest you look at these, I always take the closest Fibonacci level. I don't get too ambitious. You can always break much lower, but I always go for the closest to be more positive and probability of success. So that was our latest divergence on that level. As I said, at the moment, it's currently in this range between these two diagonal descending lines. But also going back to some of these historic divergence, you can see there's a bearish divergence back here versus bullish. You can see they've had you drawn a channel there. It broke below there and it went almost to probably the 38%. I won't redraw the Fibonacci's, but you can visualize it. Likewise here on the bullish divergence on the CCI versus a bearish divergence on the price, you would have been cautioned to going short because this is an ultimate break to the upside. So I use these primarily as a potential reversal signal. I don't necessarily trade them. So I look at it, for example, here. If you're going short, this is a sign that the price may bounce to the upside, which it did. So you would have aimed for initial target around this area, again drawing the Fibonacci from that low to that high, and it broke below that, above that channel. Then you would have hit your target in that area. Actually, it's gone beyond that, but that would have been your initial target area. So that's your daily outlook using the divergence. On the hourly time frame, again, very similar outlook. Again, we're stuck in this little channel, this little range declining. And I've got a back test here of a long position only. So had you traded this, that would have done quite nicely for you. There are a couple of average downs happening in there. And to avoid those averaging downs or those drawdowns on your profitability, this is a profitability chart. Again, always trade in the direction of the weekly and the daily trend. So for example, currently if you're in this trade and you're trading in that area, this program here runs throughout the whole time period. There's no discrimination between weekly and daily trends. So had you been in this area, for example, you can see there is no long signal on the daily and there's no long signal on the weekly. So you would have avoided trading that long. So to understand how to trade this and other trading strategies, reference the links in the description below. Subscribe to my Patreon channel for other trading strategies. We also do weekly scans of stocks, currencies and commodities. Subscribe, like and share the channel. Thanks for watching and see you in a future video.